Hey everyone, Kaylee, your friendly neighborhood hairstylist here, and today we are going in depth on Sabrina Carpenter's hair and how to get the same looks at home. Guys, my favorite little pop princess, Polly Pocket, walked into my life and forever changed my blush routine and my relationship to curls. Because when have you guys seen me curl my hair towards my face? Like twice. Sabrina's new Christmas special is out and we all have our holiday parties ahead of us, and I thought this would be the perfect time to learn how to do these curls / waves so that we can really rock our holiday looks. So we are gonna go over how to do this hairstyle at home. And one of my favorite things about Sabrina Carpenter's hair is that she has kind of a curl map that they go to over and over and over again, but they change it up slightly. They either go a little bit tighter or looser with the curls, and then they'll go more or less with the extensions, and between all of that, they create kind of distinct looks. And that gives us the ability to do the same thing as well. So if you enjoy these curls from Sabrina Carpenter, I'm gonna recommend that you work with a 1-inch curling iron. If you enjoy these curls from Sabrina Carpenter, I'm gonna recommend that you work with a 1¼ inch curling iron. And if you enjoy these curls, I would recommend a 1½ inch curling iron or a 1¼ inch with really big sections. But caveat, if your hair has a hard time holding a curl, go a size smaller than you're thinking. So if you want that 1 inch, you're gonna go for a 3/4 inch iron. 1¼ 1 inch. So on and so forth. And that is because we know that your hair is going to loosen up. We know that it's not gonna hold that exact curl. So let's curl it a tiny bit tighter so that it loosens up to the place that we want it. But all that being said, I think it's time to start from the very beginning. A very good place to start. Hairstyles like this start when your hair is wet. To make sure that my hair holds a curl to the best of its ability today, I went ahead and used a clarifying shampoo in the shower so that there wouldn't be any buildup on my hair that could potentially weigh down any curls. And then I used less conditioner than I normally do. And by that, I mean that I used the amount of conditioner that the bottle tells you to use and not like a handful. And that is not an everyday choice for me, that is the special occasion choice, but it is one that you can make if you want to. But now that our hair is damp, first thing I'm gonna do is apply a leave-in heat protectant thing. This one is Bougie, the Orbe Balm d'Or Heat Styling Shield. I picked this one for heat protection and because it's very lightweight. And then I'm gonna be adding in products for hold and volume. You can just pick one. I'm gonna be extra. This one is the IGK Big Time, and then the Color Wow Raise the Root Spray. Chris Appleton loves this and I love Chris Appleton, so I'm gonna give it a try today. And now you just detangle and blow dry your hair with as much volume as possible. I do have a video on blow drying volume into your hair, which I will link. But I am gonna blow dry my hair mostly off camera because unfortunately long COVID is still coming for me, and I keep like seeing spots and getting dizzy and almost falling over when I blow dry my hair. So I'll be doing that on the ground off camera. Volume achieved is why we start on wet hair. I know it looks crazy right now, but you cannot deny the volume. Last step, this one is optional, add hair extensions. Because if I'm going to recreate to the best of my ability a Sabrina Carpenter look, I'm going to need a Sabrina Carpenter amount of hair. So I'm just gonna add in a couple little wefts here and there. Probably not a whole set. Have you guys seen all the speculation that she's wearing a wig? It wouldn't be the worst thing to do. If I were a performer, I would definitely think about it. But I'm pretty sure she just wears extensions for her shows. Whoa. Ha! And this is why we prep. Because let's just take this and compare it to what my hair normally looks like. Now onto the curls. So step 1 for the Sabrina Carpenter curl is to section. Step 2 is that you have to hold your iron horizontally. When you hold your iron vertically, you get a pretty kind of stretched out wave. When you hold it horizontally, you get that like really springy, boingy curl that Sabrina Carpenter is known for. Step 3 of the Sabrina Carpenter curl is that you have to curl the curls towards your face, which is gonna be very counterintuitive for me. And step number 5 is that you absolutely have to clip up your curls to cool after they come off the curling iron. Your hair does not set when it gets hot, it sets when it cools down from getting hot. So if you want that beautiful springy Sabrina Carpenter curl, you have to clip it up. Now sometimes people get confused about how to know when they're curling toward their face versus away. You can kind of tell by the first 3/4 of the curl. So if the first 3/4 of the curl is moving towards your face, then it's towards your face. If the first 3/4 of the curl is moving away from your face, then it's away from your face. I think people get confused when they take the last like 25% of the curl into consideration. So it's the beginning of the curl. The beginning of the curl either goes away or toward. And then you let your hair down and you do the next section. The smaller the section you do, the more likely the curl is to really take on it. So use that to your advantage if you want to. If you are going for a looser curl, or if your hair takes a curl really well, you can go in larger sections than I'm doing. And that would make this a lot faster and a lot less effort. So it's up to you. Okay, and then here are some modifications if you want/need. If you find that using your curling iron for that kind of traditional curl is not coming naturally to you, or if you just have a wand, you can just wrap your hair around the curling iron. My only rule for that is that you need to make sure that you're keeping your hair flat on the curling iron when you wrap it around. You don't want it to twist as you're going. That gives you a totally different curl. So what you're gonna do is that every time you come back to this position in front, you're gonna reset your hand and then wrap around. Reset your hand, wrap around. Reset and wrap. And then let it off. And if you happen to have a beach waver, you can still totally do this method as well. You would just be clipping your curling iron into the very bottom of your hair and holding it horizontally when you do, and then letting it roll it up for you. And I think that covers all the kinds of curling irons you can use. I think I got it. And then on this side, I have the hardest time dropping the curl off the curling iron and into my hand. So I just wrap the curl around 2 fingers like it's going around the curling iron, and then I clip it up. Wait, that's away from my face. No. I can't believe that's the first one I accidentally did away from my face. It's such a habit for me at this point. Full school and 7 years ago. This little caveat is a choose your own adventure moment. You can choose to curl all of your hair toward your face. I do believe that is what they do for most, if not all, of her hair looks. Doing that does lend itself to your hair kind of forming into that old Hollywood wave, and or kind of forming into like one giant curl. And sometimes we want like a more tousled look than that. Sometimes we want the curls to sit on top of each other a little bit more. And if that is the case, then you can throw in a couple random curls away from your face. And that will help all the curls kind of sit on top of each other instead of forming into one large wave and or curl. And we're just gonna continue doing this exact same thing through all of the hair. Last section. Let's add in these bangs and talk about how to style bangs if you want to. So the bangs are gonna all come together. You are curling them under and then putting them on a Velcro roller if you have one. And then the hair that's next to her bangs always makes this like crescent shape, and then the curl starts right around the jawline. So we're gonna try to replicate that as best as possible and just take this hair that goes right next to the bangs. And you know what? It's not even long enough to really curl, so I'm just gonna clip it over here, come back to it. And for this hair, we're just gonna make sure that we're starting the curl a little further out from the scalp. So we're not bringing it all the way in, we're keeping a little bit of distance. This last section in the back is going to go straight back. All right, same thing on the other side. And then for these little guys on the side here, you may or may not have them on your haircut. They're part of my fake bangs. I'm just gonna use my curling iron like a straightener and kind of just make a C shape with it. And then I'll curl it toward my face at the very end. And ideally, we'll be able to kind of pull this back and meld it with the rest of the curls once they come down. Okay, and now we let this cool completely, and then we can take it down. My curls are so cool. I think it's time to take this down. Now here is my next tip. We're going to deal with the curls as we take them down, because as we take them down, we're gonna get sections at a time, which is gonna give us some ability to do a little bit of finessing without disturbing everything. Now, if you want to really emulate her concert hair, I would not break up the curls too much, but as you're going through, you can kind of do a little bit of this like separation, but then kind of leave them. This is looking pretty good so far, so I'm just gonna hit it with a little hairspray. This is the Tresemme Keratin Smooth Weightless Anti-Frizz Finishing Spray. And then next one. See, the sections are so nice because that way you're getting hairspray on every bit of the hair, whereas when you're just doing it at the very end, you're getting it on like the outside shell of the hair. The other thing I'm doing is that when I'm letting my hair down, I'm letting it down in front of my shoulder, so I have only new curls right here. That way when I spray them, I'm not like re-spraying the same 3 sections back here, because that can end up getting very gunky very quickly. Now I've let down the very last section over here, And I actually want to pick it back up. We're going to leave out the hair right next to the face, and we're just going to hold this out and grab a brush, a comb, whatever, and just give it like a light back combing. And let that down, smooth over the top, and that way we've got some of that volume. And we've got this nice little crescent here. That was the goal. And then we're gonna do the same thing for the sections back here. I just want a little bit, a lift, and I want to be able to hold this shape right here. And now for the bangs. Let us reveal. Brush these guys and then part them down the center. That looks right to me. When I bought these faux bangs, they did not look anything like this. They looked like this. And if you'd like to see the transformation, I did post it on that vertical video app, but I can also post it on YouTube Shorts if you guys want. Let me know. I always love to just do a little salute and push to get the bangs to stay. And then the very last thing Scott King says he does is to go through with a wide tooth comb. So I'm gonna give it a try. I'm sorry, sir. Sir? So I have a question for you guys while I fix this curl. More and more people are really opting for short content, right? Like we want everything bite-sized and fast. I'm like that with so much stuff. But at the same time, when I really want to learn something, I do need a longer video. And I'm really trying to figure out, where are we with hair right now? Do we want more in-depth hair, or do we want just like, because I could have made this video a minute long, you wouldn't have learned as much, but I could have. Ideally, in this world, do you like having both? Do you prefer just short? Do you prefer just long? Let me know. I'm making content for you at the end of the day. And you can see how my hair has already loosened up so much. It's a lot closer to what most of you guys would get with like a 1 1/4 inch curling iron. And if I wanted to have her like tour curls, I would need to do like a 3/4 inch curling iron. And I think we're just about done. Just 1 second. That's better. And these are our Sabrina Carpenter kind of sculpted waves / curls. I love this, guys. It gives me that same polished feeling that I get from like old Hollywood waves, but it feels so new and current, and I feel so like cutesy and feminine. I just really, really love it. I want to wear this always. And you know what? You guys do deserve this. Let me show you how this looks without the bangs, because not all of us have bangs or want to clip in fake ones. This is it freshly taking the bangs out, but if I was to go without the clip-on bangs, I think I would curl these pieces up here in the bang area away from my face. And the reason I'm doing that is because then it creates a curl that kind of goes towards your face this way and creates a similar shape to what you get with curtain bangs. And this will work even if you don't have like really short pieces around your face. These are just face framing layers for me. And there you go. That's what it looks like without clip-in bangs. Thank you guys for sticking all the way through this video. If you made it to here, go ahead and comment below and tell me your favorite Sabrina Carpenter song. I want to see if we all like have the same favorites, and I also want to see how long you've been in the fandom. I'm very, very new, but I know there are people that have been following since the first album, and I'm so jealous. But I do think that is it for today. I had so much fun hanging out with you guys and doing my hair with you. I hope that you guys give this a try. It is, I love the vibes. I feel so cute and so pretty right now, and I want that for everybody. But that is it for today. Whether you're old or new or a casual lurker, thank you for spending time with me, and I'll see you in my next video. Mwah! Bye! I think I clipped my ear in that one. Ow, yep. You don't belong in this section. Get out of here. Short queens only. I ran out of duckbills. Now we're back. Oh, where is my hairbrush?